Hello and welcome everyone, I'm duckyobrien, and today we'll be going over Tribe Primitive Builder. Primitive Builder was developed by Spaceboat Studios, Poly/Baked Games SA, and it was published by Playway SA. I think when they have multiple developers, it's usually like they made part of the game engine or something. Anyways, it's usually you see one developer, and it came out on PC on October 12, 2023 with an MSRP of $19.99. As always, exact release date, pricing, and platforms may vary from region to region and platform to platform. I might have read the names wrong because my handwriting is like, I can't read it. Anyways, I think this is a pretty neat survival crafting game. I love survival crafting game. This one is more on the casual side, but I had fun with it when I was playing it. We'll start a new game. The feel of it is pretty different.
The Isle of the Banished. The unfortunate end of my journey.
Let me raise the volume a little bit on OBS.
Or at the very least a leader's helper. No. All my life I thought they were my brothers, but now they will see to my banishment. Fools! They say I deserve this, but they have not had to live with the vision of our doom. Since I was a boy, I constantly played with sticks. I saw their potential and ways to connect them that others thought impossible. The gods were good to me, so our village grew. The elders told me I had a gift, but the village was not enough. I was convinced that the gods expected more from me. Haunted by the vision of doom, I decided to build an altar that reached the sky. I thought that would appease them, but gods had different plans for me. They split the sky in two and consumed all my work. I was banished for offending them. Me, the only one who knew the truth. Only upon seeing the flaming rocks on the Isle of the Banished up close, the truth revealed itself to me. The gods wanted me to end up here.
It's kind of a nice narrative feel to the game too. It kind of reminds me of a more wholesome and casual version of Green Hell. I really like Green Hell too. Whoa, my eyes are up here. So a funny thing is, not necessarily for video games, but for anime, it's very easy to reduce the amount of work if characters wear masks, because instead of having to draw the face and animate the face, it's just they usually make it a very simple helmet or something, so it's easier to draw that, you know. Anyways, I just had that thought watching this. Maybe would it be easier in video games if everyone was wearing just like a simple helmet? Reminds me of Jar Jar Binks for some weird reason. Don't worry, this dialogue stuff, it's only at the very beginning and then it's gone, pretty much. And you only encounter it a few times here and there. You can skip the dialogue as well. I'll just skip it. Okay. And cook the food. Been a while since I played this game, so I'm a little out of it, but you know how difficult it is to remember the controls and the gameplay flow for each individual game when you're playing like 3 games a day sometimes, you know, like it's not easy. Okay. So I like the I like the look of the game, but it's definitely janky in some parts. So, is the publisher Playway? Yeah, Playway usually makes very janky sim games. And this one came out of left field for me because I have a lot of the Playway games, and it feels like an actual solid game that's not like just a sim, you know. Nothing wrong with Sims. People love Sims. If you want to make a game, you know, like Sims can do pretty well, especially if they're goofy. Sorry, I can't overcome my compulsion to collect everything that I see. This is a reason why I stopped playing games as well, is because I am a completionist and a hoarder. So I need to get all the items that I can collect. So I hate games with inventory spaces or weight limitations or item limitations and over encumbrance mechanics, because I need to collect everything. Okay, it's not a want, it's a need. It's like having OCD. I can't help but collect everything. It's a disease. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna totally steal this villager's crops, you know? They don't need it. We'll talk to the villager later. We will steal everything they have. Look, man, if the game isn't like punishing me for it, is it really stealing? Is it? You know, I don't think so. I don't think I'm stealing. They don't seem like they mind. Okay, quench thirst, take a quick nap. I like when the game has these overlays where, like, you know where to go. I don't like it when a game is like, you need to do this. Like, I need to do this to progress the game, but it makes it very hard to know, like, where I need to go. I'm not talking about, like, open worlds with exploration where you have to figure things out for yourself, but more like games where they have like this tutorial phase in the beginning and it's like, I need to do this, and I'm like, well, I mean, you should make that part as easy and seamless as possible, you know. Okay, so the beginning just introduces you to a lot of the mechanics and you can skip through it very quickly. There are some I think neat mechanics the game has. I don't necessarily think they're good or fun per se, and what it can do is you can assign workers to huts that have specific purposes, like, you know, a storage hut, people will deliver things to storage, or like a fishing hut and people will fish for you. The only thing you need to do is make sure they have enough tools. So you gotta put tools in the inventory, and then you gotta make sure they have food. So then you have to develop this network of making food and then delivering it to these buildings where workers need the food to continue working. So a lot of it is done automatically. So I think that's pretty neat in that the tedious upkeep you have to do for, you know, most survival crafting games, you don't really have to worry about that. Put that here. Oh, they have achievements now. Alright, yeah, that was an update for the game where they added a bunch of stuff. I personally do like achievements, but I wish they were never created because now you feel compelled to play the game in a certain way to get the achievements, especially if you're a completionist. That can be a good thing in that, like, do I have to press E or okay? There are some retro game services. I've been looking at handheld emulators, the Chinese ones like Ambernick. I mean, it'd be nice if I could get an iNeo. But I want kind of like a vertical format, so like the RG35XX or the Miu Mini Plus. Ambernick currently released the RG35XX Plus, which seems to be a little bit more powerful, so you can do PSP games and Dreamcast games. Maybe not all of them, but one thing that I've been looking at, because I've been watching a lot of those YouTube channels covering it, like Taki Udon and Retro Game Corps and a bunch of others, but apparently there's like achievements for retro games now. It's like a service that kind of, you have to create an account, I think, and then I don't like that where you have to make an account, but it will give you achievements for these retro games, and as you unlock those achievements you get like a, you know, I think there's a gamer score, and I'm like, okay, that's sort of nice in that it like kind of modernizes the meta part of gaming where you're unlocking progression for playing a game, and kind of does help, you know, increase interest in the retro games where otherwise someone might have not played it if it weren't for that. So that's a good part, but like that kind of defeats the purpose, because the main reason you should be playing a game is you find it fun, not because you are addicted to getting achievements. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I kind of don't like, where people want achievements and they want this, they want that, and you know, games are supposed to be simple. You know, it's just something you do for fun. And we're kind of losing that. Games have to be addictive now, you know? Like, you have to be hooked on it. Okay, anyways. Just rambling. It's like what I do when I stream, but I'm talking to myself. This is, it keeps me sane, you know? I can get my thoughts out. No one's interested in my thoughts, but that's fine. You can put the video on mute and just skip around if you want to see the gameplay. Apologies again, I'm hooked. I'm hooked on having to well, I need more stones. Having to collect everything. Alright, let's collect more rocks. Now rock the Dwayne Johnson. Okay. There is durability, and personally I hate durability in video games. I think it's a really dumb mechanic to increase the amount of tedium. So like if you made a stone axe and you're chopping trees, and then now your stone axe breaks and you have to make another stone axe, that's not a skill-based mechanic. That's just making you waste more time. And I really don't like the game design aspect of, especially for crafting survival games, of making stuff really crappy in the beginning and then making it less crappy as you spend more time. I think it should always be, things are great, but they get even better when you spend more time. Like, that's how it should be. I really don't like stamina systems in survival crafting games, because the game wants you to do as much work as possible, and now with stamina systems I have to take time apart to make food to restore stamina so I can go back to doing repetitive tedious tasks that I enjoy doing, you know? I want to do it. So I don't know, it just doesn't feel good, because later when you unlock more stuff you can get items that increase your stamina way better, but like that's an arbitrary mechanic the developers put in. It wasn't something that was there naturally, you know? It's kind of like gacha games. I know this is gonna upset people, but I think artificial scarcity of video game characters is stupid. Okay? Clearly, they're doing it so that you spend more time and money on the game. And I think that's disingenuous. There's no reason why one video game character is gonna be hard to get over the other ones. That's just really dumb. There's no logic behind it. You can't change my mind on that, you know. Now it could be like for role-playing games where there was like a super powerful character. You make incense later, so I'll just leave it there. Where you have to kind of do side quests to unlock them, and there's like a neat little story that plays out, kind of like getting Vincent in Final Fantasy VII, you know. Okay. Now we can start building. Wait, where's the resources from the cave? Storage cave, we'll do that first. This map is pretty big. So I'm gonna load my main save file after we build the workshop to show you guys what you can kind of expect after playing the game for like an hour or two. I'll take everything. I mean, if they're giving it to me, why not, right? Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah. Oh, I can lower the volume now. Might have been too loud, apologies for that. Okay. Village cave. This way, yeah, okay. Notice there's meters on the left-hand side for food, water, and sleep. Okay, where did I build it? Did I build it here last time? Yeah, we can build it here. Why not? Okay. It's kind of nice where the wood kind of chunks where you hit it, sort of. Some survival games, they'll just have this automatic canned animation playing, and I always find it a little bit better. It feels a lot better to me when it kind of destroys where you hit it. I like how you're carrying all these giant pieces of wood and bamboo like it's nothing. If you really think about it, if you saw this in real life, what it would look like would be horrifying. Just some dude with like a bunch of trees he cut down just hanging on his back, like an entire forest on the dude's back. Okay. Is that a rock? No. Okay. Another thing, I made a video earlier where my channel's completely random. I just make whatever I feel like making. But I made a video earlier where I talk about the ethical dilemma of content, how I think that, you know, the world is kind of pushing mindless consumption all the time, and it's becoming really unhealthy, and it's affecting people in a very negative way. You know, social media in particular, but I think content also has a large negative effect. In that it steals a lot of your time. You know, like you're never present in the moment. You're always on your phone. You know, you're always listening to music, watching something, reading something online. Like, anyways, one part of that is video games. I think video games are also very harmful in that they're engineered to be addictive. Like, this is not an opinion, it's a fact. Like, especially if you go look at mobile games or MMOs, they're engineered to be addictive, and now almost every game is engineered to be addictive. And you know, it's just like, covering games, am I contributing to that cycle? Like, I'm essentially advertising digital drugs. You know, I think content, including games in general, they're just essentially digital drugs. And you know, like, my main goal is to increase exposure for these games if possible. I'm too small of an outlet, but I forgot to build here. What's the button for that? Okay, there we go. I think it's Q for build. Okay. So for building, oh, I need to go sleep. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, let me go sleep first. I see. That's what I mean. I hate this because, like, instead of letting me play the game, I have to do these arbitrary, tedious tasks for upkeep that don't really rely on skill or make the game more fun per se. It just makes it more tedious because I have to go find a bed, sleep on it, and then go continue what I was doing. And there might not be a bed here. That's great. Okay, where's the cave? This way, alright. Am I going the right way? Yeah, like, I just... ain't nobody got time for that, you know? Let me just do the thing that's fun. Okay. But yeah, I'm always worried, you know, like, I'm always thinking about this stuff because I want to have a positive impact on people in the world. And you know, like, I considering making video games. I'm considering, you know, I want to make more YouTube videos, like more edited videos, scripted videos. I have some ideas of content I want to make, but at the same time, I'm like, is it good? You know, not is it good content, but like, is it good for people? Is it good for you know, making people's lives better? Like, the vast majority of the audience base are kids. If y'all didn't know, it's like 6 to 7-year-old kids, and they're very easily impressionable. So like, you can do a lot of harm when you're just making, in your mind, just stupid content in order to make money, or maybe for fun or get clout or whatever it is. It's a surprising amount of harm you can do. I think they improved this a little bit because before it was kind of hard to set the building down, and it's kind of easy to miss a part. So if your building isn't finished, just make sure you check everything. Okay. So there's other things where you build you make incense to offer to the altar, and that unlocks your passive upgrades. I think it unlocks your tech tree. And let me just see if, actually, I don't need to see the game. I'm gonna load my game. And then kind of show you where I'm at. So you build, oh. It's gonna be a little bit, where did it go? Those buggers are hard to hit. So you build a little totem in the front of your building, and that is how you assign people to it. All right, here, all right. So if you look here, I have workers, and so you kind of have to explore to unlock more workers, and then you assign them here, and then you have meat. You get required tools and required food, and this is the cooking hut. So you need food rations to help feed everyone in that building. You can also drop in items that they need from your inventory, and you can see the durability here too. And then there's villagers that are carrying food to all these buildings. They carry from whatever production hut to the storage, and then the storage to whatever production hut needs it. So it becomes sort of like a management sim, and it's not necessarily a good mechanic, but I think it's great in that it cuts down the tedium. So like, you don't have to worry about fishing if you don't want to. You can still fish if you want to. The option is there, but this lets you kind of accumulate resources without having to do it yourself, you know? Again, if you don't want to, the choice is up to you. I like how it gives you an option. You can see these guys are walking around. Okay. There's like little missions you do. Let me see where the altar is. Unlocks fast travel. Oh, perform ritual to unlock fast travel. Alright, let's try to go to the altar, see if we can show you the kind of upgrade tree. I think there's also like a hunting or hunter vision. I forgot how to do it. Input. Yeah, Q is build. Hawk's Eye. Left alt? Is it left alt? No. It's like a vision where animals glow red and they're easier to see. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. What is this? Village. Okay. Yeah, the map is pretty nice sized. It has all the things you do in a crafting survival game. You're crafting resources, you're collecting things, you're building things. There's like a nice little narrative bit too. Essentially, there's like a meteor or something coming down. It's gonna kill everybody, so you have to build boats to get everyone to safety. That's the end goal in terms of the narrative. So, a hoe, who are you calling a hoe? Here's your upgrade tree. So you have to offer incense. So you have to make talismans. As you can see, it unlocks Hunter's Hut, Medium Sleep Hut, unlocks items. You can kind of see your overview here. Fisher's Hut, Cook's Hut, Gatherer's Hut. Oh, they need spears in the fishing hut. Uh-oh, we're gonna run out of food then. Okay. Yeah, so it turns into kind of like a management sim. And then you can continue doing your whatever you want to do. So you can still fish if you want. You can still gather things yourself. What's the character menu? Let me check that out. Wait, I? Oh yeah, here it is. So if you wanted to level these things up, you know. Okay, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed what you watched. If you have questions, you can always leave a comment, you know. I might not be able to answer it. I make a lot of guides and sometimes people leave comments asking for help, but it's been like 3 years since I played the game, so I it's hard for me to help them in that point. But yeah, I do read all the comments. I might not respond to all of them, especially if it's a comment where I don't think a response is needed, or like the person isn't being genuine in terms of leaving that comment, so like they wouldn't want a response anyways unless they're trying to troll for a response. But that's gonna be it. The game is Tribe Primitive Builder, developed by Space Boat Studios, Poly/, and Baked Games SA. Is it Baked Games? I cannot read my own handwriting. It's published by Playway SA. It's out now for $19.99. It's a pretty chill, casual survival crafting game with a little bit more narrative. I do believe the game is on the short side, so you know, if you're looking for a chunky game, then this one might not be it. But if you're looking for a nice, casual survival crafting romp, I think this is pretty enjoyable. Well, I'm biased because I love survival crafting games, so you know, this is fun for me. I I lost my spear. Okay, I got it again. I got the hang of killing the rabbits, but you know, I gotta get back into the groove. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there, and I'll catch you guys next time.